Yo, what is going on, guys? Carnage back here again, and today I am back with a brand new video. This is, sadly, the last video of 2024, and as usual for 2024, or, the end of the year, I'm going to be doing my top 10 figures of the year. Now, all the ones you see here were ones that did not make the cut. A handful of them out of focus at the moment because, Deadpool stealing the show as usual. So, anyway, all of these are still pretty good figures, in my opinion. They just, did not fully meet the criteria for what I consider a fun figure. So, just gonna be going through these guys, kind of quickly. And then just kind of giving my reason, why they didn't quite make it. Starting off with this guy right here. Gonna move Deadpool out of the way. The Beyonder. He's a new one. He just came out, literally just this month, and I've only had him for a little while. But I mean, not anything super fantastic figure-wise. Just a pretty cool guy to have on the shelf. I've been wanting him since they announced him. Not a terrible figure, just one that's kind of a little bland, I guess. Like they could have done, a little more with it, but, still not a terrible figure. Another one, personally, I really enjoy this guy. Hellstrom, definitely a very cool character, son of Satan, kind of, first in the line type thing. And if I remember correctly, I think this was going to be part of, like, the, Ghost Rider Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter, HasLab, like Robbie Reyes' car and stuff. I think he was going to be part of that. Whoops. Didn't even have his full body in the frame. But, still a cool figure. Really, really cool. Really happy they're giving us more, what's the word I'm trying to find? Supernatural characters. Another one that did not really make the top 10 cut was Jean Grey. This is actually the only Jean Grey I have that is not a Phoenix, so very happy I got that have her for, to put as an X-Men on my X-Men shelf. But I mean, other than that, pretty basic articulation-wise. She did come with two heads. I really like the ponytail version most, but that does keep popping off, and it does piss me off every single time. Still not a bad figure, just, didn't meet quite what I enjoy. Prowler Miles was kind of surprising because I really enjoyed posing him around before the video, or after the video I posted of him, the review I mean. Very fun figure, really enjoyed him. Just, like there were just too many good figures this year that I enjoyed more than him, and since, I had him for, not as long as, some of the other ones, didn't really, see why he should be on compared to the others. Sam Wilson, Captain America. Not a bad figure. Definitely a well-needed upgrade from the last one that came out. Because this one actually came with wings. And let me just say, beautiful figure. Really did enjoy the articulation. It was a bit basic, in my opinion, because it's not on even a new body, I believe. I think it's just the reused body. They just gave it wings because it still has the pins and stuff. I think the head sculpt is new, though. Still a good figure, though, if you guys, want a Falcon Captain America. Not going to go to him yet, just moving him out of the way and back into the, screen. Let me just say, was really happy when they announced Assassin Spider-Man, because Assassin Spider-Man is one of my favorite Spider-Man variants. Just because of the fact that, he uses, like his web shooter is also his gun, which is the most badass thing anyone has ever come up with. Ever. Other than that, it's just basically another Spider-Man figure, so nothing super, super phenomenal about him. And then we go to Praviter Prabhakar. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong, but, Spider-Man India. Again, one of my favorite ones to pose around. It's just more the fact that, he... good articulation, but I feel like he's a little disproportioned, like, arm to body-wise, in my opinion. Like, I feel like his body's just a little big for, his arms. And also, I'm kind of always worried just about how frail his arms are. I mean, his legs not as frail as his arms, but you know, his arms are definitely just little weak compared to, you know, what I feel comfortable with. This one is when I was very happy when they announced it. It's a basic body, so that's kind of why it didn't make the top 10. But Hollow's Eve, definitely very happy. She's actually one of the newest characters to get an action figure, which is pretty cool because she's only been around for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And they made the figure like roughly around the year mark, so that was pretty cool. Now, the one that was the most surprising that was not on the top 10 list for me was Luke Cage. Like, granted, I could have probably put him with Iron Fist, but that kind of felt like, you know, it was cheating just a little bit, in my opinion. Like, still a phenomenal figure. Really happy they finally gave us this version of Luke Cage. Don't get me wrong, I really, really enjoyed the, you know, classic version when that one came out. This one, definitely well-needed upgrade. I really do like the height that they gave him, but, you know, just a lot of good figures this year, like I said. So, and then this Deadpool, which, let me just say, was very, very happy when I found this. I did buy him at a convention for $40, but I have not seen any of these out in the wild other than at FYE where they were like $50. So, I mean, you know, buy it for 40, and it's basically just a reissue, just with, you know, pinless arms. Other than that, everything else is basically the same on it. So, kind of why, you know, Wade didn't make the top 10 list. Alright, so starting off with number 10, from the Void Build-A-Figure wave, and kind of the reason why she's in last place, is mostly because the high heels, man. I hate figures with high heels. An amazing figure, and I know quite a few people have been making a custom Wonder Woman out of this. I personally will not, just because she is a very hard figure to find, and this is the only one I found, and that was at FYE. And she was $40. Let me just say, not worth $40, but, you know, very happy I have her in my collection. She definitely goes along very well with my other Squadron Supreme members. I don't believe she came with any other accessories other than maybe alternate hands. But let me just say, beautiful sculpting all around. Like, not purposely trying to show her ass, but I mean, like, if you look at her back, like, you can see, like, the fabric of her outfit. And then, you know, like, just the beautiful sculpting on everything, you know? Very, very cool figure. Very beautiful looking figure, too. Definitely pops out on a shelf. And I know that for a fact because my cousin, who is 10 years old, comes into my room, because I live with my cousin and my aunt and my uncle. She always wants to play with this one, which, I mean, I really hate that because she is not very gentle with the shield, and the shield does kind of have a mild stress fracture in it, but, you know, she hasn't wanted to play with her in a while, so very happy about that. So going on to number 9 is a figure I've actually been wanting to find for a while. And then, you know, I found out they were making a new one, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I really enjoy posing him around, like, especially with his wings, because look at that. That is just phenomenal. Like, you can't even, like, his wing is literally touching the other wall. I almost said the other floor. But beautiful figure, really big wingspan. Like, I mean, look at that. Like, it's bigger than 2 comics wide, man. Like, that's so cool. And I really enjoy the fact that they gave us a couple alternate heads with him. Personally, I really like this more stoic face. Really, really cool. Other than that, it's basically just the Vulcan body, just with holes drilled in the back and a new head sculpt. But still phenomenal. Especially the detailing on these wings. Definitely my favorite part about this figure. And then, basically kind of the exact same figure as the last one, because it's also on the Vulcan body. We have the Vision from the Void Build-A-Figure wave, and also the only other figure I bought from the Void wave. I should mention that, you know, what's her face? Power Princess was part of the Void wave. Angel was just a deluxe figure, which I pre-ordered as soon as, you know, he became available. And then Vision I actually ordered off of Amazon, because he was one that I've been desperately needing an upgrade for. Because the only Vision I had that was not movie-based was the one from, what was it? The, like, Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure wave. which, if I remember correctly, I believe at the GameStop where I was at, they had buy one get one free on all clearance items for like end of the year stuff. Let me just say, I remember buying that Vision and the Iceman from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave, and that helped me complete my Juggernaut Build-A-Figure, which was a Build-A-Figure I've wanted to complete for a while at that time. So yeah, very cool figure. Really, really happy I got this as an upgrade. Really do love the cape too. The cape is so comic accurate too. And I have been really wanting a new Vision to come out because I missed out on the retro card one, which is considered the best one, and I completely agree with that just because of all the bright, vibrant color that one has. This one is more matte finished, and I can tell that mine definitely does have a little bit of a paint mishap right there. Not on that one, but just a little one right there. Nothing too bad. Don't really care that much about it. And fully honest, I didn't even notice until just now it had it. But I mean, still a fun figure, but you know, just reuse of the Vulcan body. Okay, and this next one is definitely cheating. Just because, this one is one that I just recently picked up and did a review on. Let me just say, still the best one. I am on... This is number 7, I believe, if I'm doing that math correctly. He is in 7th place just because he is still relatively new to my collection, but still a very badass figure. And if you watch my review about it, truthfully, I praise this figure probably way more than I probably should. But I mean, look at him. He is just so menacing, man. Definitely the best figure. Whoops. Best Spider-Verse figure, I should say, that we've gotten. And fully honest, I don't really pick up the Spider-Verse figures a ton. I just pick up the ones for, the characters I personally really enjoy, like the Miles Morales I really enjoyed. The Peter B. Parker was sent to me as a gift, so shout out to my friend Optima Awesome. Along with the Spider-Man Noir, which came from his little brother Diego. So shout out to you too, Diego. Thank you guys for, kind of helping me build out my Spider-Verse collection. Really appreciate it. And also this one came with the alternate head compared to the, the first release one, which was pretty cool. Now let's go on to 6th place. And in 6th place, we have the Miss Marvel Warbird figure. I truthfully think of this as Miss Marvel, not Warbird, just because, didn't really grow up calling her Warbird, just always knew her as Miss Marvel. And let me just say, this is an amazing figure on the newer female body. She has, not double jointed, she has butterfly joints, which is phenomenal, and something we rarely ever see on female figures. Speaking of, anyway, really do like that they gave us the red band around the waist, and it is movable, so that's pretty good. And you can actually get her into some pretty amazing poses. I know my friend IZ Art really wanted her for a while, and he finally got her off of Facebook Marketplace, I believe. I might be mistaken about that, but I know he was really happy when he found this figure. And let me just say, I completely understand why. She is amazing. Beautiful articulation. Came with amazing head sculpts. And, just an amazing figure all around. So, I know she's probably really hard to find because I think she was only at Target. But, I mean, if you guys do have the chance to pick her up, I do recommend it. She is definitely, worth it. And then going on to 5th place, right? Yeah, 5th place. We have the brand new Iron Fist. And this is one I actually really enjoyed posing around quite a bit, actually. When I first bought him, he also came in the 2-pack with the Luke Cage, I should add. And let me just say, such a beautiful 2-pack. I really do love that they finally gave us a classic Iron Fist costume. Like, don't get me wrong, the last Iron Fist that came out that I got was the one from the Dormammu wave, I want to say. And that one was pretty amazing. This one's phenomenal. Just beyond everything. Like, this one definitely took the place of that Iron Fist, like, so quickly. Or the Dormammu wave Iron Fist way quicker than I thought it would. Like, this one's such a fun figure to post around. Really do love the articulation. And also, again, shout out to my friend IZ Art on Instagram. He put this guy in some amazing poses. I would try to put him in one of those poses, but, you know, I'm not that creative like my friend IZ. But still, all around phenomenal figure, especially the fact that they gave us, like, the hair on the back too. That's just phenomenal. And I believe this is kind of like a retooled version of the Renew Your Vows Pizza Spider-Man. Not Pizza Spider-Man, just Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Which, let me just say, really happy they did that, just because this figure is just beefy, phenomenal, and I love him. Now let's go on to 4th place. And in 4th place, I did kind of cheat a little bit, just because, you know, both of these guys, you know, phenomenal figures, and I just cannot decide where to put either of them, if I am fully honest. And now that I am thinking about this so far, most of these figures have been X-Men related. And I'm not even, like, a super huge X-Men fan, but I mean, still. Like, I mean, X-Men figures just kind of killed it this year. Only thing I am not a huge fan of this Wolverine, the fact that the claws, and this might just be mine, but the claws on mine kind of suck. Like, they'd never stay in place. But this Wolverine, very fun. Truthfully, haven't moved him from this pose, just because this is the best pose for him to be in. And also, shout out to Winter Soldier Wolverine, which is coming out in January, I believe. Like, I believe that's when that comic comes out. And I am so excited for that, if I am honest. And let me just say, really happy with this Wolverine. They gave us an alternate unmasked head, a slapping hand, a pointing hand, and I believe they also gave us, like, unclawed hands that were also fists, if I'm not mistaken. Like, all around amazing figure. Really, really happy they gave us, you know, the most accurate, astonishing Wolverine figure. Now, this is still not my personal favorite Wolverine figure. It's an amazing Wolverine figure. But the best Wolverine figure, in my opinion, is still the Juggernaut Wave, you know, Wolverine. And that might be because that was my first Wolverine figure, and, like, nothing has topped that since. Like, height-wise, you know, articulation-wise, or anything else. This one's still amazing if you don't have a Wolverine figure, but, you know, Juggernaut Wave all the way. And then now going on to the Cyclops. Like, I am not a huge fan of Cyclops as a character, but let me just say, they always kill it with the action figures for Cyclops. Just, especially this one, just the retro card X-Men 97 line, just killing it every single time. And they also did give us an alternate head with this one where he's actually shooting the laser, if I remember correctly. Might be thinking of a different one. But either way, such an amazing figure. I found this at, I want to say, Walmart when the wave first, you know, came out. And I was so surprised about it just because they had the whole wave. Let me just say, very happy I found this one. Definitely a huge surprise because, you know, like I said, I'm not a huge X-Men fan. But let me just say, I think after X-Men 97, I have, you know, started to become quite a fan. And let me just say, having this and also remembering the scene where he's like, "To me, my X-Men," that was so fucking killer, dude. But yeah, anyway, on to 3rd place. And in 3rd place, we have, truthfully, one of my personal favorite costumes / characters, and that is the Scarlet Spider-Man. Now, I've been trying to find a Scarlet Spider-Man for a while. I was actually very close to buying the Rhino Wave one off of eBay a while ago, but then, you know, when they announced this guy, I was kind of like, that is mine, I do not care, he is going to be my baby. And let me just say, he was definitely going to be number 1 for a while before, you know, these other 2 figures got into my possession. Very fun character, though. Very fun to pose around. I really do like the, what is this? Not soft goods, but the rubber hoodie ripped off sleeve thing. And I know a lot of people don't like this costume. Like, I know my friend Justin does not like this costume or the character of Ben Reilly that much before he became Chasm. But let me just say, this is what I remember, because I watched the 90s cartoon, and I remember seeing this, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that's a cool suit. And let me just say, still one of my favorite suits. Actually, one of my... I actually mained the skin in the Spider-Man game. For both of them, actually. Like, for a good portion of it, I would be wearing this one, or the black cat suit in number 1, or, you know, for number 2 that came out, it was either this one or, you know, the symbiote suit, because the symbiote suit just killed it every time, man. But yeah, very fun, really enjoy him. Only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the face. Like, I feel like they could have added black around the eyes just to kind of make it, you know, seem more, I don't know, drawn on. But I mean, other than that, like, I mean, still very good figure. And if you don't have a Scarlet Spider, I do recommend, you know, picking one up. Now on to second place, which probably not a surprise for anybody, is the She-Hulk figure. Let me just say, this She-Hulk is beyond amazing, dude. Such an amazing sculpt, such an amazing range of motion. Only thing that would have made her better, in my opinion, would have been, you know, butterfly joints and an alternate head with, you know, more malleable hair, or, you know, shorter hair, because I know she had shorter hair at one point in the comics, if I am not mistaken. But other than that, like, such a phenomenal figure, especially with the fact that she came with a rifle that she was bending with her hands. That was pretty cool. I really, really enjoy that accessory the most. And, you know, like, I mean, she's a very tall figure. Like, she is still shorter than the Hulk, but I mean, you know, like, let me just grab a normal 6-inch figure, like Scarlet right here, and let me just say, she still towers over him. Like, I know it's kind of bad angle-wise, just because kind of, you know, doing this a little shorter on the ground, and I do apologize for that. But my tripod is kind of little janky and kind of leans quite frequently off to one side, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, she's number 2 because, let me just say, when I got, like, this figure was actually one I wanted, just because, you know, I've gotten every single version of this character since, you know, like, because, you know, I don't know why. I just really enjoyed him in the Deadpool movie, and that's kind of probably a giveaway, but you guys will see in just a second. Anyway, my personal number 1 figure of the year, which is one that I just enjoyed so much. Like, and this is actually the only figure I picked up from this wave, but it's the Marvel Legends, I almost said Bishop, Cable figure from the Zabu Build-A-Figure wave. And this is him in his X-Men costume. And let me just say, don't know a lot about Cable. I just know he has, you know, run-ins with Deadpool. Really enjoyed him in the movie. Josh Brolin did phenomenal in that role. But let me just say, this figure, like, definitely made me enjoy Cable as, you know, an action figure. Like, such good range of motion. Like, he is kind of reusing some stuff from the Hercules figure that came out a while ago too, I believe. Like, especially with the arm. Like, I found that out with the arm, because I was like, why does this seem so familiar? And I also really enjoyed that Hercules figure as well. So that's probably also why I really enjoy him. But yeah, like, such good articulation. I really enjoy the metal arm. Like, the metal arm is definitely the best. And it does suck that they gave us, you know, literally, like, the only part on him that they reused is just the one arm, which is stupid. Like, they gave us brand new everything on this guy, but they couldn't, you know, just give us, like, a new lower arm slash upper arm. Like, that's kind of lazy. But I mean, other than that, this guy is, like, perfection to me. Really, really dig it. Really like the, you know, stoic face with the glitter in the eye. Don't know if that's what it is, but, you know, I really enjoy it. But yeah, that was basically my top 10 for the year. Really awesome year for, you know, Marvel Legends. Really enjoyed every single one that came out, or at least that I picked up anyway. There were a couple that I didn't get to pick up, like the Superior Spider-Man and hold on just a moment. I have the box right next to me. I did also want to get the Dracula and Wolverine, but I sadly have not been able to pick those up yet, just because, like, I have them on hold at the comic shop that I usually buy all my comics from, starfirecomics.com, for those of you who forgot. Very, very sad that I didn't get those guys yet. Like, I will be going to go to the comic shop this week, actually. So hopefully I'll be able to get them, because I believe they still have them on hold for me. Which, I mean, awesome guys, really happy they did that for me. But yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you for another phenomenal year on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, amazing, and spectacular. And yeah, with that being said, hopefully 2024 was good for you guys. It was all right for me up until, the end. Like past 3 months, I want to say, have been kind of rough for me, especially since my car's engine just kind of took a shit on me the other day. So I don't technically have a car at the moment. My dad's letting me borrow one of his cars, so that was very nice of him. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. And I hope you guys have a good, Christmas, New Year's, and, just stay safe and, have fun with your loved ones and family. So, not much else to say, just thank you guys, and I'll catch you in the new year. So, peace.